Good morning and welcome to Bend with Bree. Today we're doing a nice yoga flow to wake up the body and mind. We're going to go ahead and start with some deep breaths here. If you enjoy this flow, be sure to like and subscribe. We're going to take a twist to the right, then to the left. Go ahead and walk your hands forward here in easy pose. Roll over onto all fours. And just shift your hips forward and back before coming into a cat-cow, arching the back, rounding, arching, rounding, arching, rounding, arching. Then you're going to bring your right leg up and down in a fire hydrant. So working the side glutes, just lifting and lowering, waking up those legs, glutes. Hold with the leg lifted. I know this hurts. Hang in there. Go ahead and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now extend that foot behind you, toe pointed, and then extend the opposite arm. So right leg back, left arm forward, hold, keep your core in, gaze in front of you, and then reach back for that foot if you can, or you can use a strap, and hold it up looking forward, getting into the front of that quad and your shoulder. Extend the foot and arm, and then replace it on the mat. And then switch sides, lifting and lowering, working into the side glute on the left side now. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, hold with it up, and then pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend the foot behind you, toe pointed, and you're going to extend the right arm. Opposite arm and leg, hold core in before grabbing for that bat foot or with a strap. Reach both up, up, up towards the sky, opening your body. Extend it behind you and then drop it to the mat. Go ahead and slide into a quick puppy pose here or child's pose before pushing up into a downward facing dog. Roll into plank, down dog. Roll forward into plank, think graceful movements, push back into down dog, forward into plank, hold in plank, core in. Awesome work. Take a push up, drop the knees, push up, lift the knees, push up, down dog. Now what you're trying to do is bring your left foot behind your right ankle to open the calf and then switch sides. This is a good calf stretch. Replace the foot and extend your left leg. Open the hip. Then bring that left foot up, coming into a crescent pose, hands to heart. Do some pulses. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Take a warrior 2. Pulse the leg. Pulsing into that front leg. Now reach back behind you into a reverse warrior, getting into that front quad and side body. Now bring your hands forward. You're going to bring them to the inside of your left foot coming to the edge of your mat into a lizard pose. So drop that back knee, and then you're going to bring that left knee out and in. So out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Hold. You can push into that knee and look behind you to get deeper into the stretch. Lift that back knee now, and you're going to push forward and back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. Now bend your elbows and lift, bend, 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 lift. Drop onto your elbows now if that's in your practice. This is definitely a deep variation. You can challenge it further by letting your foot slide to the side a little bit like we were doing earlier. Now swing that foot behind you into a forearm plank. So really working the core here. I want you to hang on. I don't want you to drop yet. Now you can drop. So drop into a Sphinx pose. Push up into your hands into Cobra. Look over your right shoulder. Then your left shoulder. Belly to the mat. Bend your right leg. Grab it with your right hand and open that quad. Nice quad stretch here. Switch sides. Left knee bent. Opening the left quadricep. Drop that foot back. Push into a downward facing dog. And we're going to be switching sides here. So you're going to extend your right leg. Open the hip in a second here. Bring that foot in front of you into crescent pose. Arms up above the head, hands to heart. Do some pulses, lifting and lowering the hips. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Come into a warrior two, holding here, pulsing. Pulse, 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 pulse. Reverse warrior. Swing your arms forward to the inner part of the mat, your right foot going to the edge of the mat. Drop your back knee and let your right knee fall out and in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out and hold. You can take a twist. Now lift the back knee, and you're going to push forward on your toe and back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Bend and lift your arms. Bend, lift, bend, lift, bend, lift, bend, lift, bend, lift, bend, lift, bend, lift. Drop onto your elbows. If that's in your practice, you can push onto the outer edge of that right foot. Foot behind you into a forearm plank. Hold, hold, hold. Now push into your hands, full plank. Down to forearm, push. Forearm, this is really hard. Great job. I want you to lie down on your belly now, hands behind you, left ear on the mat. Then clasp your hands, opening your chest. Lifting, lifting, lifting. You can lift your legs as well. Beautiful. Push back into downward facing dog. Round forward into plank. Drop your knees. Push up, upward dog, downward dog. Bend your knees a little bit, stretching out your back. Shift your hips side to side. Then bend your knees and jump forward into an easy pose. I want you to swing to the side of the mat here as I'm doing and take a wide butterfly. Bounce your knees a little bit, feet far in front of you. Then walk yourself forward. Your feet are about to the center of your chest here. I'm going to be on my elbows. Now walk your hands over to the right side. Come into a nice side stretch. So you're going to touch your arm to the mat, behind you. Arm to the mat, behind you. Arm to the mat, behind you. Close, open, close. Then walk your hands to the left. Hold. Arm behind you to the mat, behind you to the mat, behind you. Close, open, close, open, close, hold, to center. And then if you'd like and you're able to physically, go ahead and drop your body fully so your forehead is kind of on your feet. Then extend your legs into a straddle. You don't want this to be too easy, but not too difficult either. You're going to point your toes, hands on the mat, just rocking side to side, rocking here, bending into one elbow then the other. Now you can walk your hands forward a little bit further, bending into one elbow then the other, side to side. And then if you're able to, you can drop onto your forearms here in straddle pose. Arch, then push into your hands and round. Forearms arch, push into your hands and round. Forearms arch, push into your hands and round. Forearms arch. And then if you want, you can slide all the way forward in straddle pose or continue to hold on your forearms or on your hands. All are perfectly acceptable. If you want, you can widen your straddle now even further. Toes pointed, walk yourself forward. Lift one hand to the sky, and you can wrap it behind you, grabbing the opposite inner thigh here. So I have my left hand extended, grabbing my right inner thigh. Then I'm extending my right hand, grabbing my left inner thigh. Forward onto your forearms. And then you can drop all the way onto that belly. Again, you want to bend with your hips, leading with your belly button, and not rounding forward, leading with your forehead. Super, super important. Swing that back leg around. Come to seated. Give yourself a nice big hug. You did such a good job today. Go ahead and roll onto your back. Just rock side to side, loosening up, giving thanks to your body for all the hard work today. Come into a reverse butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. Hands to your belly or your heart. Breathe. Thank you so much. Thank you for flowing with me today, and be sure to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful